Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Production channel here at YouTube, and welcome to another review. Now, of course, this review is not for an album, but for a EP, meaning not full length, but just a EP. This is definitely a relatively new band. These guys are based out of Spain. They're called Metalized, and the EP we're talking about here is their debut EP, titled Back to Metal, and it was released back in April 13th of 2017 this year. And I kind of seen this a few times floating around on Bandcamp, but I never really got to actually checking it out until like 2 months ago. And it was through when I was like just checking out a whole bunch of new stuff, whatever I could find on there. That was like, at least name me a prize, free whatever kind of stuff, and I came across this, and upon listening to this is a killer EP. That's all I can definitely say. It's a 5-track EP, and the band, of course, is consist of at least 2 guys, and they basically do all the instruments here, and in a way it sounds like it's a full-piece band. Really killer stuff. The sound, I guess, for the sound of the music here is very much similar to like of Accept, probably some of the recent Accept stuff. Saxon, definitely like if the Battering Ram album. Judas Priest, of course, you'll definitely get, but of course, Udo. It's definitely got that sort of Accept Udo Saxon kind of thing going on here, and the production kind of sounds like it should be on a much bigger label, like something like maybe Nuclear Blast or like Century Media. It really sounds like it should be on that label because of how tight the production is here. Really great production, and pretty much the songs on here are all killer. Starting off with the title track, which is kind of a slow, sort of very mid-paced, groovy type of thing going on to it, but still very rock, and it's still very, very heavy. But the 2 tracks on here that follow it, being I'm looking on Bandcamp anyways, Into the Fire and Corrupt Trash are probably the 2 of the fastest songs on here. Both really killer. The song Into the Fire definitely has, which of course this song was actually featured on their very first demo, because back in 2014, which is the year that the band was formed, and it's a very real heavy sort of chugging riffing to it, but still a very great track. Corrupt Trash is just more just straight ahead speed metal, killer track. And of course the last track on here, Deadly Devotion, just a mid-paced rockin' track as well. But there is at least one ballad on the album, and it's of course its title Forsaken. It's track number 4, and it's not a wimpy ballad. It's a very well written ballad. It starts off kind of like I guess you expect from the 1980s, maybe like similar to even like Dokken in some ways. Kind of that Accept Dokken kind of hybrid kind of thing, but it just morphs into a pretty good melodic metal track. Just a great song. Pretty much all of the songs here, all the 5 songs here are all fucking killer. So with that, I really can't say anything more. Everything just here is just fucking killer. So I just gotta say, what is my rating? 9 out of 10. I really listened to this EP quite a bit. This is a really good EP. Very solid, very well written. There really is no dud on this EP. All the tracks are killer. This is what you expect from a 5-track EP. All tracks have to be at least nail to nail in the nail wall kind of stuff that just gets stuck in your head, basically hammered into it. It has to have that sort of grab you by the jugular for each track, and that's what I feel is definitely presented here. It's a really solid EP that I think is definitely worth checking out. Again, this is a name your price type of download. Apparently there is about 2 CD pressings. I don't know where to find those, because I definitely would link you to the physical release as well, besides the Bandcamp page, but I don't know where else to. So, it's still worth going on the Bandcamp to check this stuff out. This is definitely worth your time. So, if you have, though, listened to this already, which, again, this was released back in April 13th of 2017, just definitely let me know what you thought of it. So, until then, this is Heavy Freshhead saying I am out, and I hope I turned you on to a new band. So, take care and later.